Tony Salty, I'd go Shakir. Tony Salty, I'd go Shakir. Elam, I'd go Debo. Elam 23, I'd go Debo. Brooks, I'd go Jones. Brooks, I'd go Jones. Chef Roy Juice, are you answering the question for me, Chef Roy? TG Hunter, I'd go Amari Cooper. TG Hunter, I'd go Amari Cooper. Atomically Atom Bomb, you got some good advice. I'd go McLaurin. Jules, I'd go Allen and, no, I'm going to go JSN and Flowers. Jules, I'm going to go JSN and Flowers. Stacks, I'm going to lean slightly towards JK, Dobbins. Stacks, I'm going to go Dobbins barely. I don't love it. Wes Wantland, I'm going Flowers. Wes Wantland, I'm going Flowers. Ryan, I'm going Shakir. Khalil Shakir, spelled a little different than you did, buddy. I'd go Shakir. Xander, I'd go Xander. I'm leaning slightly towards Myers, just barely. New Jersey Memes, pick 3. Shakir, McLaurin, Pollard. Shakir, McLaurin, Pollard would be the 3. Mark, Saints, Colts, or Raiders defense? Raiders. Mark, I go Raiders. Asshat, pick 2. Asshat, I'm going to go Naylor and Pirine. Patterson's an interesting one, though. Rich Matthews, I'd go Bucky Irving if he's healthy enough to go. Wes Wantland, Eileen Flowers. EG 123, I'd go Shakir. EG 123, Eileen Shakir. Jay Mayer, Steelers versus Colts. I got Steelers on the money line, and I'm taking that underdog. Y Gonzalez, I go Brian Robinson Jr. just barely. Full on Sendington, I'm going to go Roshan Johnson, just barely. Roshan Johnson. Bucky or Rashad White? Gus, I'll go Rashad White just because Bucky is questionable. Rashad White might get a few more carries because of that. Joey McLaurin. Max Mitchell, I'd go Akers. Matt, I'd go Debo and Wilson. Because I don't want to double up on the 49ers pass game. Pablito, I'm going to go Brian Robinson Jr. Christian, I'd go Cam Akers just barely, though it's very close. Sean, I'd go Mahomes over Goff. HSE, I'd go Shakir over Debo. Yes, sir, Ski, I'd go Hopkins. Believe it or not. Dunskies, I go London. Full on Sendington, I go Roshan, buddy. Sean, I go Laporta barely. I don't feel great about it, but I would go Laporta. Stephen Hall, I'm going to lean just slightly towards Ridley. It's close, but I'll lean Ridley. CT, I'd go Higgins and Reed. Dallas Ogburn, I'd go Monty and Jones. OG Cash, I'd go Evans. Extended Mags, I'd go Olave. Appreciate the questions. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a member of the community. I'm live almost every day, so don't think this is just a one Sunday thing. We do this every single day of the football season, almost every single day of the year. So hit that follow button, everyone. Brent, I'd go Evans, and I'm leaning slightly towards Flowers. Evans and Flowers, though I don't feel great about it. D'Angelo, I'd go Roshan Johnson, and the Browns defense. Folks, we are 1 hour into the show. We have hit the 1 hour mark. We've been live for an hour. 2 more hours to go. Can't believe it. 2 more hours to go. Oh my goodness. Does this guy really talk this long? Gus, I'm going to lean just slightly, I think, towards the KC defense. But you know what? I take that back. I'll go Raiders. I'll go KC. I don't know, Gus. It's a tough call. Raiders just don't have enough talent on the D-line. I'll go KC because no Max Crosby. Tough, though. Mark, I'd go Zach Moss. iGuns, I'd go Walker and Shaheed, but I don't have a good vibe on those players. Kike, I'd go Brian Thomas Jr. just barely. Brent, I'd go Ford. Bounce at Betty, I'd go Higgins. Michaela Petro, last question. No issue, you can ask as many as you like. I'd go Mike Evans, and I'll go Evans and JSN. Michaela, Evans and JSN. I don't love the idea of sitting Kelsey. I think he plays well this week. Kai, K-A-I, I'd go Shakir, K-A-I with the tornado. Dylan Young, I'd go Jerome Ford. Asshat, I'm going to lean Pirine just barely. Bob says go Patriots. Don't think you're going to have a good day. Maybe they pull off an upset. Ryan, I go Moss. Ryan, I go Moss. Chef Roy Juice, I go Shakir and Scary Terry. I get the PPR with Goddard, but I'll go Shakir and Scary Terry. Anthony, I go Olave and Andrews. Anthony, Olave and Andrews. Jason Weber, I'm going to lean just slightly towards a Dunze, I think. I take it back. Jason, I'll go Debo. Jason, I'll go Debo. TJ, I'll go Pitts. TJ, I'll go Pitts. Cook, I'm going Dobbins. Cook, I'm going with Moss. I'm reading these too fast. Cook, I'm going Moss. Cook, I'd go with Moss. S-A-H, I go Addison. Sa, I go Addison. Nah, Billy, I'd go Williams. Billy, I'd go Williams, believe it or not, because the matchup. User 974, I'd go Walker. User 974, Walker. Matt, Cam, thanks for sending a subscriber. Sending a subscription. That's awesome. Tony Salty just got the subscription. So we got to put another pickup on the board. Thanks for sending a subscription to someone. Let's get another pickup on the board. This one is for Monday night. It's going to be Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard over 49.5 rushing yards. Tony Pollard over 49.5 rushing yards. That's available at minus 120 on DraftKings. I thought that was way too low. I really like that play. I think he goes over that total by maybe 15 yards. So I like Tony Pollard over 49.5 rushing yards. EM, I'd go Debo. EM, I'd go Debo. Bob, I'd go Lockett. Bob, I'd go Lockett. Donald, I'd go, Donald, I'm going to go Goddard. I don't love it. I really don't, but I'll go Goddard. Walt, I'll go Pollard. Walt, I'll go Pollard. K-A-I, I'd go Goddard barely. Adam just sent a subscription to someone, so we got to give out another pick. Oh, just received a subscription. You guys are awesome, supporting each other. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray over 215.5 passing yards. Kyler Murray over 215.5 passing yards. Next pick we're giving out. Thank you guys for being awesome and sending subscriptions to people. Just so cool. Kyler Murray over 215.5 passing yards. Next pickup on the board. Stone, I'd go Moss. Stone, I'd go Moss. Kyle, I'd go Fields. Kyle, I'd go Fields. Landy one, what's good? OG Cash, I'd go Laporta. OG Cash, Laporta. Brent Laporta. V710. I'm leaning slightly towards Kirk, but yeah, the team is a bit cooked. E-Man, I'd go E-Man, I'll go Dolphins. E-Man, I'll go Dolphins. Mason Meyer, I'd go DJ Moore. Mason Meyer, DJ Moore, just barely, though I wish you could play them both. Do you like Shaheed at all this week? I actually do. If Olave ends up playing, I actually think it may help Shaheed's value. Italian Sausage, I go Bowers. Italian Sausage, I go Bowers, and I'm leaning slightly towards Flowers, I think, but it is close. Corey C, I'd go Dobbins. Corey C, I go Dobbins, just barely. I think Debo's return may hurt Jawan Jennings' value. Alex, I go London. Alex, I go London. Keep hitting that follow button. Keep hitting the like button. Keep hitting the share. Share that channel. MJ, I'd go Lamar. MJ, I will go Lamar. I just trust him a little more. Casey, fade K9 on Monday night. Got screwed by injuries. My bench, Pittman. Casey, I'm not fading him, no. I don't think he's going to have a great game, but I'm not fading him necessarily. Raymond Garcia, trade CMC for Gibbs and Waddle today. Raymond, do the deal right now. Right now. Appreciate it. V710, I just answered that. I just said Kirk. V710, I answered that already. Kirk. Robert, I'd go Jefferson. Robert, I'd go Jefferson. User 714 Wilson. User 714 Wilson. OG Cash, I'm leaning slightly, I think, towards Moss, but it's close. Very, very close. Oh, I got you, V7. I got you. Big Willie, I'd go DJ Moore. Big Willie, DJ Moore. Cook, Neighbors, I don't think anyone's a must start. It's always about matchups, but it is an interesting idea that he should be in the lineup almost every week. Najee, Peter, I'd go Najee Harris. Peter, Najee Harris. Peter Pan, 2020, pick one. I don't need to pick one for the rest of the season, Peter. I don't need to. I'm only picking for today, so I'm just going to skip your question. So, Extended Mags, throw the question back up there. Throw the question back up. The Rougarou, Olave is out. If Olave is out, I would start Hill. I would start Hill if Olave is out. I am Sam. I'm leaning towards the Seahawks defense. I am Sam. I'm leaning Seahawks defense. Joey, I'd go McLaurin. Joey, McLaurin over Reed. Cameron, Moss over Myers. Cameron, Moss over Myers. Gabe Gonzalez, I'm leaning JSN barely, but it's close. CKC, I'd go Hurts. CKC, I'm leaning Hurts, even though he has no one to throw to. He does have no one to throw to, and yeah, I still think he's got a better matchup. Big Willie, more Olave. Is Olave starting? We're still waiting. Don't know yet. At 11:30, injury reports come out, so we're still 25 minutes away. We're 23 minutes away from hearing whether he's in or out, so we'll find out then. Zane, I'd go Pickens. Zane, I'd go Pickens. Dylan, I'd go Scary Terry. Dylan, Scary Terry. Browns or Saints defense? Browns. Browns defense. Troy King, Eileen Shakir. Troy King, Eileen Shakir, barely. Very close. Jaden Patel, I'd go Shakir and Cooper. Jaden Patel, Shakir and Cooper. Matt, I'd go Moss. Very close, though. I'd go Moss just barely because of the matchup. Matt, Dolphins or Texans? I'm leaning Texans just barely. Kyle, Jennings, Pickens, Ridley. I'd go Ridley and Pickens. Kyle, Ridley and Pickens. Lanny one, let's have the best Sunday we've ever had of 2024. That's what we're rooting for here. Drew, Hurts or Richardson? I'd go Hurts. He has no one to throw to, and yet I still like him more than Richardson. IP Shade 45, throwing confetti in the air. You're the best, bud. I appreciate you. Let's get another pickup on the big board, everyone. Another player prop bet making its way to the big board. This one's going to be Josh Allen over 215.5 passing yards. Josh Allen over 215.5 passing yards is available at minus 165 on DraftKings. Josh Allen. Ravens have a really good run defense. They've got the worst pass defense in the league. Josh Allen will do it through the air tonight. Love or Stroud? I'd go Stroud. Stroud over Love. Kolb, I'd go Texans. I'm leaning Kolb, I'm leaning Texans just barely, but I don't feel great about it. Asshat, Swift, Irving, or Steele. If Irving is healthy enough to go, it's Irving. We're going to find out soon. Crystal, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Waka Flocka. Hall for Rice and Odunze? No, I don't think you're getting enough value back because you're losing the running back. If you've got great running back depth, do it. If you don't have running back depth, definitely don't do it. Ryan, Darnold or Hurts? Great question. I'm leaning towards Darnold just barely because Hurts is lacking the weapons that Darnold has. You know, Justin Jefferson alone could make Darnold's day a good one. Brandon, I'd go Scary Terry. Brandon, Scary Terry. Kyle, I'd go Swift. Kyle, I'd go Swift. Connor, I'm going Evans just barely, I think, but it's very close. Stroud over Love. Emilio, I'm leaning Odunze over Higgins, but I don't feel great about it. I think it's a coin flip right there. If Bucky is healthy enough to go, I would start him over Walker and Dobbins. Javi, yep, it would be Bucky over those two. Nolan, I'd go Keenan Allen. Nolan, Keenan Allen. Lamont, I'd go London. Lamont, London. Callum, I'd go Shakir and Debo. Callum, Shakir, and Debo just barely over JSN. Anthony Lewis, I'd go Bucky if healthy. Bucky if healthy. Drew, I'd go Amari Cooper, and I'm leaning towards Etienne. Drew, Cooper, and Etienne, but it's close on the running back question. User 69 Shakir, user 69 Shakir. Keep tapping that screen, keep sharing that channel. We appreciate you guys being the best audience on all of social media. We are so grateful for you guys. By the way, you want all of my picks for free? DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram. I give them away for free. So if you don't want to wait for them to come out individually, just DM me on Instagram. They're all available for free every single day. Why? Because you guys shouldn't pay for picks. I'm a big believer in that. You guys should get everything for free. Butt Fumble Sports is a big believer in that. So make sure you guys are DMing me on Instagram to get every bet that I make every single day for free. That's a promise, for free. They're never behind a paywall. I never hide them. I never delete them. I want you guys to have access. You can follow them. You can fade them. That's up to you. But I want you guys having access to them. So DM me on Instagram if you want them all right now. Let's get to it, everyone. Matt, I'd go Robinson Jr. Matt, Robinson. Oh, Matt, man, I like Godwin a lot. It's a full PPR. I'm going to go Godwin. Matt, I like them both a lot. I'm going to go Godwin just because it's the full PPR. Tarin, I'd go Shakir. Tarin, I'd go Shakir. By the way, if you're DMing me on Instagram for fantasy questions, there's no chance I'm going to answer you. So just a word of warning out there. If you're DMing me on Instagram a fantasy question, not only is there a 0 chance of me answering it, the chance I answer you in the future is probably even less because I'm literally answering questions on like 5 platforms. For you to think I'm going to read, write, and answer your question on a DM right now instead of on here is like Stupid. And I say that in all kindness. Stupid. Kyle, I'd go Laporta. Kyle, I'd go Laporta. Wes, I'd go Evans. Wes, I'd go Evans. Like I could read while I'm talking this fast. Jacob, I'd go Pickens. Jacob, I'd go Pickens. Josh, I'd go slightly towards JSN because it's the half PPR. Jacob, I love the comment. Thanks so much for the kind words. Daniel, Najee Harris. Daniel, Najee Harris. Howdy to you, Rodney. Hope you're having a hell of a day out there on the rodeo. I know, that was really cheesy. Mickey K, I'd go... Mickey K, I'm going to lean towards Goddard just barely, but it's very close. By the way, Dylan, you're getting every pick I just made because you DM'd me. Thanks for hitting me up, Dylan, over on Instagram. Brady Kaufman, I'd go Najee and Moss. Najee and Moss, Brady. Aaron, I'd go Jaden Daniels. Aaron Davis, Jaden Daniels. Drew M, Bucky Irving, if he's healthy enough to go, Bucky Irving. Josh, I'd go Ayuk. Josh, I'd go Ayuk over Reed. Wes Wantland, I'd go Amari Cooper. Wes Wantland, Amari Cooper. Waylon, I'd go Pickens over Hill. Pickens over Hill. Hunter Bennett, I'd go Ford and Shakir. Ford and Shakir. Amy, Cooper over London. You can. I think it's a coin flip. I think both have great value. I'll lean towards Cooper, but it's very, very close. The matchup against the Raiders makes it a better play, so Cooper is the right one just based on the stats. V710, I'd go Shakir. V710, I'd go Shakir. Hey, Justin West, hope you're having a great Sunday. You wanted all my picks? You just got all my picks. There you go, buddy. Jude Danks, Keenan, Kittle, Shakir, Pittman, Jennings. Jude Danks, I'd go Shakir. I'd go Keenan Allen. I'll go Kittle as the third. It's very close between them, though. TJ, I'd go Shakir, I'd go Irving, and I'd go Pickens, believe it or not. Shakir, Irving, and Pickens. If Irving's not healthy, go with Tyreek Hill. Evo, I'd go Roma Dunze. Diesel, I'd go Thomas Jr. and Mooney. Diesel, Thomas Jr. and Mooney. Lemon, I'd go Montgomery. Levin, ooh. It's a full PPR. Lemon, because it's full PPR, I'm going to go Flowers. Because it's full PPR, I'm going Flowers, but it's very, very tight. Daniel Sanchez, I'd go Harris. Daniel Sanchez, Harris. DTR Destruction, Shakir. DTR Destruction, Shakir. V71, Shakir. You guys know I'm a big Shakir guy today. Rylan, I'd go DJ Moore. Rylan, DJ Moore. Yep. I would go with Chuba Hubbard. Yep, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Braden, I'd go Kincaid. Braden, I'd go Kincaid. Lemon, you're welcome. Gabriel, I'd go Gibbs. Gabriel, I'd go Gibbs. Daniel, Chuba Hubbard, Najee Harris. Daniel Sanchez, Najee Harris. Thanks, Steve B. Appreciate you. Stivo's channel, I'd go Debo. Stivo's channel, I'd go Debo. Thanks, Steve B. Yo, Malik Smith, what's good, dog? You're about to get every pick that I make every single day. You ready for it? There you go. Just sent you the link. Thanks so much for hitting me up. Appreciate it. Let's get to questions. Brandon, I'd go Mooney. Brandon, I'm going Mooney barely. Luis F, I'd go Connor. Luis F, I'd go Connor. Midwest Juice, one of my favorites, Brian Robinson Jr. and JSN. Midwest Juice, Brian Robinson Jr., JSN. Hope you're having a great one. Extended Mags, should I trade Ayuk for Shakir? No. Extended Mags, I wouldn't do that. Carolina N, Irving. Carolina N, Bucky Irving. OG Cash, I appreciate you. Dominic, I'd go London and DK. Dominic, I'd go London and DK. Appreciate the question. Edraman, I'd go Edraman. I'm leaning slightly towards Mason. I don't love Mason this week, but I do lean slightly towards Mason. TM, I'd go DJ Moore. TM, I'd go DJ Moore. Yo, Drake, what's good? You just got every pick I make every day because you DM'd me on Instagram. Ricky, is that all for the props? We still have props to give out. We're just waiting on people to give us either more confetti or for us to get another TikTok subscriber. Anna, Ramondre Williams, Juwan Jennings, or Shaheed. I'm leaning slightly, I think, towards Ramondre Stevenson, Anna, but they're all kind of in that, they're in a similar value. I lean towards Ramondre just because I think he's going to get the most opportunities with the football in his hands. Bay Area, I'd go Shakir. Bay Area, I'm going Shakir. Squalls, I'd go Derek Carr. Squalls, I'd go Derek Carr. Chris Films, I am coming down on Jennings because Debo's playing. Throughout the week, I was high on Jennings, but if Debo plays, I think Jennings' value is compromised. He's not a terrible play, but he's certainly not as good as he was before. Sanvi, that's why I'd go Reed over Jennings. Reed over Jennings because of Debo's playing today. So Sammy, need 1 wide receiver, 2 flex. More confetti, more picks. Sean, we're giving more picks in one moment, buddy. But first, so Sammy, I'd go Irving, Olave, Ayuk, Olave, and Irving. So Sammy, Ayuk, Olave, and Irving would be the 3. Let's get another player prop bet up on the board. You guys ready for another player prop bet? I know Stephen B. Talbot is. Stephen B. Talbot's getting every pick that I give out every day, so he's got access to all of them. He doesn't need to wait around. Let's give out our next pick. The next pick I'm giving out is on receptions. Bad matchup today for him, but I think he gets this. Michael Pittman over 3.5 receptions. So Michael Pittman, I don't think he has a good yardage day. I don't think he's going to be a great fantasy play, but I do think he gets 4 catches. Michael Pittman over, I guess I should put the junior, Michael Pittman Jr., over 3.5 receptions. That's the next player prop bet we're putting up on the board. DM me on Instagram if you want all of my picks for free. Daniel, I'd go Robinson. Daniel, I'd go Robinson over Mason barely. It's the matchup for me, buddy. Steven, I'd go Brian Robinson over James Cook. James Cook has a brutal matchup this week. Kyle, Etienne or Ramondre? I lean Ramondre, but I don't feel good about either one. Dylan, I'd go Olave if he's healthy. Olave if he's healthy. By the way, we're about 12 minutes away from getting the injury reports that come out. We'll obviously let you know what we find from Adam Schefter and others. Rico 79, really tough. I'm going to go Marvin Harrison Jr., but I wish you could start them both. Kike is Guap. Thanks for DMing me. Surprised you never DM'd me on Instagram before. You just got all my picks. Mike's Cards, I'd go Pickens. Mike's Cards, I'd go Pickens. Galactic, I'd go with Shakir and Jones. Shakir and Jones in a revenge game. Extended Mags, we're going to let you know about Olave. He's going to be one of our most important. By the way, game time decision, so we're really waiting on it. Logan Gray, I'm going with Dotson. Logan Gray, I'll take Dotson. Lanny 1, SHARPZ play of the day. We don't have a play of the day. We love all of our picks. Probably the Bengals minus 2.5. If I honestly had to give like a play of the day, I think the Bengals cover minus 2.5. I think they win by a field goal or more. So I'm not just going to take them on the money line, but Bengals minus 2.5. That might be my SHARPZ play of the day. Jude, I'd go Ertz. Kyler and Moss. Ertz, Kyler, and Moss would be the 3, Jude. Under the radar, AJ Devontae out. Is Devontae worth a pickup in a flex play? I think he is for a lot of folks out there. Chris Films, I'd go Chuba Hubbard and Pollard. Chuba Hubbard and Pollard just barely over Ford. I like Ford too, though. It's close, Chris. It's close between those 3 running backs, I got to admit. Brandon Jones, I'd go Coleman. Brandon Jones, I'd go Keon Coleman. Marion, Purdy, or Baker, both are going to have great games. I'll go Baker just barely because I love his wide receivers. But that said, I think Purdy and Baker both have really good games. JT is asking for 1 RB, 1 flex, and 1 wide receiver. I would go with Pickens as my wide receiver, Roschon Johnson as my running back, and in my flex, I think I'm leaning for the moment towards taking Hill just barely. I'll go Johnson, Pickens, and Hill just barely. I'd go with... I might lean just slightly towards Flower. I lean towards Debo. I lean Debo. Luke, I'm going to lean towards Etienne, barely. It's close, though. Logan Gray, Lazard. Gray, Lazard. Ornex, I'm going to go DJ Moore. Ornex, between Moore, Evans, and Olave, all have great matchups, all good plays. It's between Moore and Evans. I'm going to go DJ Moore just barely, but I think all 3 are great plays. Jonathan Caldera, I'd go Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels over Mahomes. Olave over Deontay Johnson. As long as Olave is healthy enough to go. Definitely where I come out on this one. We are closing in on injury reports, everybody. Closing in on injury reports. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time we're live. And if you want my picks, all of them for free, DM me on Instagram, Dave Nielsen. Don't DM me fantasy questions. I'll never answer you. Never. I'll never answer fantasy questions there. Under the radar, if you had to flex one, I'd go Bucky. If Bucky's healthy enough to play, it would be Bucky. Jahan Dotson would probably be number 2. How many minutes till the injury report comes out? 9 minutes. It comes out at 11:30 on Sundays. Richard Samuel, I go Najee barely over Moss. Samuel Nixon, I go Najee barely over Moss. It's close though. Tucker, I go Waddle. Tucker 15-15, I go Waddle. Caesar Ochoa. Which side are you? I'd rather have the Moss, Pickens, and Connor side. I don't just want Kamara. I'd rather have Moss, Pickens, and Connor. JB, I go Keon Coleman. JB, I go Keon Coleman. Logan Gray, I'd go Ford. Logan Gray, I'd go Ford. 49ers fan, I'd go Pickens. 49ers fan, I'd go Pickens. Asshat, Tipton worth a start over Naylor if Olave doesn't start. I still think I like Naylor more. Mel Early, I go Conklin. Mel Early, I go Conklin. Under the radar, that's why I'm here. Ivan, I go Bowers. Ivan, I go Bowers. Donald, I'm going to lean Goddard just barely, but boy, is it close. Shank 13, I go Shakir. Shank 13, I go Shakir. Brennan, pick one. London, Kirk, Zay Flowers, Drake London. Brennan, I'm going Drake London. Landon, I'd go Bucky Irving as long as he's healthy enough to go. He's my favorite out of that group, Bucky Irving. Bryce Wade, I go Moss. Bryce Wade, I go Moss. Chris, James Cook just has a brutal matchup this week. He's facing the best run defense in the league. I go ETN because of it, but do I feel good about it? No, because James Cook's been so good so far, but I am worried about it. Mel 626, I'm going to lean just slightly towards a Doomsday on that one. User 603, I'm going to lean slightly towards Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has the best matchup. That's what it is. Caleb Williams going up against the Los Angeles Rams. They're terrible against the pass. I got to go Caleb. Why means guy, I go Brian Thomas Jr. Why means guy, Brian Thomas Jr. Braden, I go Scary Terry and Waddle. Braden, Terry and Waddle. Squalls, I'd go Derek Carr. Squalls, I don't know what I'm getting from Love, so I'm sitting him another week. Oh, Mr. Plow, that Mr. Plow, I'd go with Shakir and Moore. Mr. Plow, Shakir and Moore, because the Seahawks pass defense has been so good. That's why I sit St. Brown, though I don't love it. Landon, I'd go Irving. Landon, as long as he's healthy, I'd go Irvin. The boy who died today, sorry about the passing, I'd go Ford. The boy who died today, sorry about the passing, I'd go with Ford. User 2841, I'm leaning Komet. User 2841, I'd go Komet. BZN, I go Moss. BZN, I go Moss. Olave or Debo? If Olave can't go, Debo's a great option. You might want to play Debo just because Olave has been banged up. I think Debo might be a safer play, though Olave is the one I would go with if he was fully healthy. Under the radar, wild question. Would you put Bucky in over ETN? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Yes, I actually like what you're thinking. Under the radar, I like it. I like it. Crew Peterson, I go Williams. Crew Peterson, I go Williams based on the matchup. Ice makes water. Facts. Ice makes water is facts. Man, that's a tough one between Kirk and Lockett. I'm going to lean, I feel like on this one, I got to lean Lockett. I don't want to because he's a wide receiver 3 at this point, but I got to lean Lockett because the matchup for Kirk isn't as favorable. I go Lockett. Ryan, I'm going Shaheed. Ryan, I'd go Shaheed. Alonzo, I'd go Ayuk. Alonzo, I'd go Ayuk. Parker, I'd go Akers. Parker, I'd go Akers. Getting all these questions answered. Hope you're enjoying the show. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe like Kyle B6. Kyle B6. Oh, Hunter, thanks for resubscribing. Another pick coming in 1 second. But first, Kyle B6 question. Picking 3. Cooper, Flowers, and MHJ. Cooper, Flowers, and MHJ. I know Myers is going to get a lot of targets, but I am kind of nervous about that game. I just feel like Flowers is a safer play. So Kyle, Cooper, Flowers, MHJ are the 3. We got another player prop that we got to give out because we got another subscriber over on TikTok. You guys are awesome. We're going to put up another player prop bet that's a receptions play. Mentioned him a moment ago at the tight end position. It's been a pretty consistent play. Tyler Conklin over 2.5 receptions. Tyler Conklin over 2.5 receptions. You can find that on BetMGM. You can find that on BetMGM at -130. BetMGM at -130. Don't have BetMGM? Hit the link in our TikTok bio. Takes you. We have a bunch of promos for sports books. Go check out BetMGM. One thing I will say to all of you sports bettors out there: don't be overly loyal to a single sports book. Shop the market. Find the bets. Find the best odds, no matter the place. Don't be overly loyal to a sports book. Find the best odds. Be loyal to the bet. Be loyal to the return on investment. Be loyal to getting the best odds. Don't be loyal to DraftKings. I can assure you, they don't give a shit about your ass. So go find the best bets across the various sports books. That's the way you should be betting. Let's get back to some questions. Philip, I'm leaning Stevenson. Philip, I lean Stevenson, but I don't love it. User 978, I traded Tyreek, Shakir, and Steele for CMC, Mason, and Reed. Did I lose the trade? I think you did. I think it's very close. I think it's very close. If you have wide receiver depth, I feel like you did okay. But frankly, I'd rather have the other side of it. D, I go Achane and Cooper. D, Achane and Cooper. Chris, I'd go Geno. Chris, I'd go Geno. Josiah, Devontae Smith is out. Is this a trade? I'd rather have the DK and Connor side. Josiah, I'd rather have the DK and Connor side. King Sloth, Mooney. King Sloth, Mooney. Jeremy, I'd go Rashad White. Jeremy, Rashad White. By the way, we are 3 minutes from the injury report coming out. Rivera, I'd go Mooney. Rivera, I'd go Mooney. Joe Ross, I'd go Shaheed. Joe Ross, Shaheed. Jeremy Weatherly, I'd go Purdy, just barely. Purdy. Those VHS boys, I'd go Cooper. Those VHS boys, I'd go Cooper. Tanner Wells, I'd go Darnold. Tanner Wells, I'd go Darnold. Michael Williams with Kamara. Q? Huh? What? I don't know. NFL Core, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. NFL Core, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Raggedy Pancakes, I'd go Bucky Irving as long as he's healthy enough to go. We're going to find out pretty soon if he's healthy enough to go. So obviously we've got to keep track. Shonk 13. I'm not going to answer that, Shonk. You're going to slow us down with that one. It's the Jerry Show. Sit one. It's the Jerry Show. I'd probably sit JSN out of the group, though it's a tough one. I like the 3 running backs, though. Maddie, PYP. I'm going to lean just slightly towards... That's a tough one. Maddie, I'm going to lean towards Montgomery, though I don't love it. I just think he finds the end zone. You know what, Maddie? I'm going to switch. I'm going to go Pollard. Maddie, I'll go Pollard. Talia, Jalen Hurts or Caleb? I'm going to go Caleb. I don't feel great about it, but the matchup's favorable, and Jalen's missing a lot of weapons. Justin, Connor, or Achane, very tight on this one as well. I'm going to lean, I think, just slightly towards Achane, but it's a very, very close call. Very, very close call on that one. Yeah, I'm going to lean Achane. Just Blake 1, I'd go Shakir. Just Blake 1, I would go Shakir. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time that we're live. Just love having you guys on the show. Make sure you're a subscriber. Chris, I'd go Andrews. Chris, I'd go Andrews. Caleb, I'd go Shakir. Caleb, I'd go Shakir. You, I'd go Ayuk. You, I'd go Ayuk. Just barely over Addison. It's close, though. Logan, I'd go Quentin Johnston. Logan, Quentin Johnston. Luca, flex play, PPR. Luca, I'd go Bucky if he's healthy enough to go. Bucky if he's healthy enough to go. Otherwise, I lean Zay Flowers, believe it or not. OG Cash, I traded Henry, Evans, and AR for JJ and Eckler. Did I overpay? Yes, slightly. Just barely you did. Because AR is going to have more value rest of season. Alan G. Baker. Alan G. Baker. Joe Ross Darnold. Joe Ross Darnold. User 56, I go Laporta. User 56, I go Laporta. Ryan B, I go Wilson. Ryan B, I go Wilson. Jose Martinez, I go Shaheed just barely. Shaheed barely. Brian Sanchez, I'm going to lean towards Walker, I think, but it's close. Quishine, Superflex, I'm going to go Waddle. Quishine, Waddle. 614 Sports, I go Roma Dunze. Sam Perrier, I go White. Rashad White, Sam, I go Akers. Sam, I go Akers. Waylon, I'd go White. Waylon, I'd go White. Maddox, I go Maddox. Between Rashad White and Shakir, I like them both. I'm going to lean just slightly, I think, towards Rashad White, believe it or not, over Shakir. But damn, is it close. We are waiting on injury reports. It should be coming out. Adam Schefter should be dropping a lot of knowledge on us in just a few moments. So we're waiting on injury reports, everyone. So once you see them, let us know. We're getting injury reports. We are going to let you guys know the moment we get any extra word. Lane Johnson of the Eagles is out. We already knew that, along with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So the Eagles very compromised in the passing game. Pablito, I'd go Kelsey. Nick Doda, I'd go Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Krebs, I'd go Drake London. Cooper, I'd go Amari Cooper. Cooper Uzner, I'd go Amari Cooper. Appreciate the questions. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Internship guy, I go Laporta barely. Luca Vaquero, I'd go Najee just barely. Boo, I'd go Deontay Johnson out of that group. Fear the Puff, 10-man PPR, pick 2 out of for the flex. Mike Evans, and Chuba Hubbard. Mike Evans, Chuba Hubbard would be the 2. If you needed a third, I actually like Jordan Addison. Extended mag, still waiting on word about Olave. Clearly, he's testing that injury out, seeing if he's going to play or not. We're waiting on Adam Schefter to release those injury reports. Logan, I'd go Quentin Johnston, Logan. Mason, I'd go Pollard. DeGrate, should I play Joe Mixon if he's available? He's not. Joe Mixon is out. Mercedes, I'd go Mike Evans and Cooper. Mercedes Martinez, Evans and Cooper. RT, go Lockett. Drop, Hall and Saquon anytime touchdowns? Yes, I love that play. Luis Salazar, I go Shakir. Shakir. Buzz, I go Waddle just barely. Lonzo, I go Debo. Christina, I go Mike Evans. Mike Evans over Ramondre Stevenson. Go Mike Evans. Zach, I go, Zach, I'm going to go DeMarcus Robinson just barely. I don't love it, though. You know what? Go J.K. Dobbins. At least we know J.K. Dobbins is going to have the ball in his hands more than Robinson does. So, Zach, I'll take the opportunity more than expectation. I'll go with J.K. Dobbins just barely. Shartknocker. Don't worry, I haven't answered your question yet, Shartknocker. I got you. Shartknocker, I would go with Godwin and Hill. Shartknocker. What a handle, by the way, over on Twitch. I'd go Godwin and Hill. Thanks for the question. Joshua, I go Braylon Allen. Just barely. Appreciate you guys. Oreo McFlurry, by the way, that would be delicious right now. Thank you so much. Guys, we are officially halfway through our show. I know it seems like I've been talking for 90 straight minutes, because I have been, but we've got 90 minutes to go. Are you pumped or what? I cannot be more excited. It's NFL Sunday. It's week 4. Check that pulse, because if it's not raging high, you may need some medical assistance, because it is the best day of the week. It's going to be the greatest Sunday of 2024. Let's go, everybody. Let's get pumped. Love the energy. Keep it coming. Nil, let's go Addison. I'd go Addison. Eshawn, I'd go Evans. Royster, I'd go Waddle, Johnson, and Wilson. Royster, I'll go Wilson, Waddle, Higgins. Higgins will be the 3 for me. Connor Baker, I go Pollard. Manu, I'm leaning slightly, I think, towards Conklin, believe it or not. Oreo McFlurry, I'm going Debo. Oreo McFlurry, Debo. Ricky Tan, I go Walker. By the way, was Ricky Tan, wasn't he like a villain in a Rush Hours movie? Chasey, I'd go Purdy. Jake, I'd go Najee. Extended Mags, he said Godwin, Tyreek Hill. You got me, Extended Mags. Thanks for helping us out. IP Shade 45, throwing confetti in the air to celebrate an amazing NFL Sunday that we have. I actually am going to put the pick on the board that I recommended a moment ago. I like Chris Godwin. Anytime touchdown. I also like Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown. So there are a few more plays for you guys. Chris Godwin, anytime touchdown. Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown. By the way, if you want all of my picks for free, like Aaron Davis wants every bet that I make every day. DM me on Instagram, ButtFumble Sports. I give away all of my picks for free because you're a sports fan like me. You shouldn't be paying for picks. You should get it for free. I do this research because I love doing it. I give away my picks for free. They don't always hit. You can follow them. You can fade them. It's up to you. But if you want to see every pick that I make based on the data, the research that I do every single week, the data I look at, the research I do, DM me on Instagram, ButtFumble Sports. ButtFumble Sports, that's my handle. Let's get back to your questions. Kevin, I go Shakir. Mercedes Martinez, I'm going to go Ford and Taylor, but I don't feel great about it. I'll go Ford and Taylor, but it's close. Injury report coming out. Joe Mixon out. Jordan Love in. We're getting injury report news. I just saw it drop from my Bleacher Report. So, Adam Schefter, where you at, dog? Jair Alexander is out. Big news. Breaking news. If you like Sam Darnold, you like him even more now. Jair Alexander is out. Jair Alexander is not playing due to a quad groin strain. Jair Alexander, a late scratch. By the way, Keenan Allen playing. Bucky Irving playing. Rachaad White playing. No news yet on Chris Olave, but some big breaking news. Joe Mixon is out. Jair Alexander, that is a big injury. All of a sudden, you know who we like a lot more? The Vikings passing game. Look out for the Vikings now. Jordan Love is going to play for the Packers. Keenan Allen is playing for the Bears. Rachaad White and Bucky Irving are both playing, everybody. That said, Rachaad White was questionable because he had food poisoning. He's completely fine. I like Rachaad White maybe a little bit more than Bucky Irving because Bucky's dealing with a real injury, not just a stomach bug. So I think I like Rachaad White more, but if you have Bucky, I do think he's worth a play today. So those are the injury updates we have. As they come, we'll put them out to you guys so you are aware of it. Nick, I would go with Ford. Nick, I'd go with Ford for that one. Joe Ross, no pinning tweets, bud. We're not pinning tweets. No pin tweets, guys. NFL Core, I'd go London. NFL Core, I'd go London. Big Lumber, need to fill 2 flex spots. I would go with White and Pickens. White and Pickens, Big Lumber. R10, I'm going to go Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, now that the injury report is out, Sam Darnold is a much better play. Jair Alexander not playing for the Packers. I like Sam Darnold before. I love him now. Look out. The Lonely Boys, I'd go with Mark Andrews just barely, but I don't love it. You know what, the Lonely Boys? Go Komet. Komet's a safer play. He's got a better matchup. Cody George, I'm going Amari Cooper. Cody George, Amari Cooper. Miss Poppy, Cup is out. Still already have Metcalf and limited wide receiver. I like Metcalf and Addison. The Jair Alexander injury does impact that as well. David, I'd go Scary Terry. David, Scary Terry. John Dean, we just got some confetti. What's up? Let's go. Let's give out another pick, everybody. Let's give out another pick for everybody out there. So, next pick we're putting up on the board. You guys ready for it? We're going James Conner, anytime touchdown. Yawn. It's just a consistent play. James Conner, anytime touchdown. Put it on the board. Thanks for showing up. James Conner, anytime touchdown. Thanks for the confetti. Coulter Joe, I'd go Pickens. Just barely. It's Mason. Would I start Steele or Ford? Ford. Start Ford. Shaheed or Watson? I'm going Shaheed. I'll lead Shaheed. Celtics back-to-back. You know it, dog. Gonna happen. I'd go Scary Terry, Celtics back-to-back. It's gonna happen. Love the comments. Love the show. Thanks for the follows. Confetti! We got confetti! Rick gave us confetti. Let's go! Okay, we're giving out another pick, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Now that there's we gotta go look at this one. This is the pick I'm gonna research in real time. Now that there's no Jair Alexander, what's Justin Jefferson's player prop bet at? Over 80.5 receiving yards. I don't love it. Let's buy it down. I'll take Jair Alexander I'll take Justin Jefferson over 69.5 receiving yards. It's available on FanDuel at -168. I love this bet. No Jair Alexander. Already the Packers' pass defense isn't great. It's bottom 10. I'll take Justin Jefferson over 69.5 receiving yards. That's Justin Jefferson over 69.5 receiving yards. That is one that wasn't in my newsletter. That is one we researched in real time because Jair Alexander is not playing today. So, a lot of things going on. Hopefully you guys are ready for a great Sunday. Keeping our eye on the injury. Still waiting on the Chris Olave news. Russell Wilson, inactive today. Yeah, because we were all holding our breath on that one. Mommy of two, I'm going to go Johnson. Don, I'd go Cooper over Sutton. Bill R, really appreciate the kind words, buddy. I'd go Scary Terry, Bill R. Manuel, I'd go Bucky Irving. Sam Hall, DJ Moore. Chase Johnson. I'm going to go JSN. Chase Johnson, I'm going to go JSN just barely. Willard, I'm going to go Quentin Johnston. Anonymous Gaming, I'm going to go P. Ryan. Anonymous Gaming, I'll go P. Ryan. 49ers fan, I'm going to go Henry, just barely. 49ers fan, just barely. Lanny 1, I'm going to go Gibbs. Lanny 1, I go Gibbs. Shart Knocker, I go Godwin and Hill. Shart Knocker, Godwin and Hill. Tyler, XIII. Who do I sit? I would probably sit out of that group. I lean towards sitting Mason, believe it or not. I think Mason's the one to sit. Do you like Fields today? OG Cash, I love Fields today. Logan, I'd go Dotson. James Sands, believe it or not, I think you're sitting Tyreek Hill. Carolina N, I would play McConkey. Carolina N, McConkey. Extended Mags, Olave playing. Olave is playing. Kamara is playing. Olave and Kamara both playing today. We're getting word that both guys are playing. Shunk 13, starting Fields over Mahomes. I think it's a close play. I actually think it's probably going to be Fields as the better play, but it's close. I'm Skydros, kind of stuck. I go Rojo, and I lean slightly towards Ridley. Rojo and Ridley, but I don't love it. Chris Films, I go Johnson. Durs, full PPR, I'd go Pollard and Akers. More confetti. Thanks so much. You're so kind. We're not even deserving of this. Guys, I'm going to throw another pick up on the board right now. Going back to a pick that we're researching in real time. What's Deebo Samuel rushing plus receiving yards? Deebo Samuel, I want to see what his rushing plus receiving yards is. Deebo, rushing plus receiving. Oh, it's not on the board. Only receiving yards, actually. Okay, his receiving yards total is 51.5. I don't like that. Over 39.5, though, I do like. It's available on FanDuel at -158. That's Deebo Samuel over 39.5 receiving yards. Deebo Samuel over 39.5 receiving yards. That's another play I'm putting up on the big board. I think Christian Gonzalez is going to be on Brandon Ayuk. Patriots pass defense is bottom 6, bottom 7 in the league. I'll take Deebo Samuel over, and again, this is over 39.5 receiving yards. Another pick for all those out there that we just researched right now. Let's get at it for more picks. Progressive swings, I'd go more. Ryan Smith, I'd go Moss. I am Sam, I go Shakir. Joe, I go Deontay Johnson, just barely. Dromedia, I think. Dromedia. I know it's obvious, but should I start Burrow or Geno? Believe it or not, I think it's Geno Smith. I think Geno might be the better play, believe it or not. But it's very close. I actually don't think it's as obvious as you may think. Justin Eubanks, I go Shakir, Moore, and Debo. Justin Eubanks, Shakir, Moore, and Debo. BTT, I would go Ridley. I'd go Ridley. Whew. We are 2 hours. We are an hour and 45 minutes into our show. We have 1 hour. We have 1 hour left of our show. We are going to stop a little bit early because I need to do some fantasy football work of my own now that there have been changes to the active list. That said, we are 1 hour away from ending our show. So get those questions in. Keep that energy up. Keep tapping that screen. Keep showing that love. We are so pumped to be with you. 1 more hour, everyone. 1 more hour. You guys ready? Let's keep it going. IP Shade 45's throwing confetti. Do we have another pick to give out? We must. We haven't given out all of our game picks yet, have we? Of course not. Let's give out another pick, everyone. Another pick to say thank you to you guys for watching the show. Next one up on the board is going to be, I mentioned it earlier in the day, but I don't think I really called a lot of attention to it. I like the Cardinals on the money line. I saw a trend that really backs this one. Kyler Murray thinks he's going to have a very big game. Cardinals on the money line. But that said, be careful about that spread because the Commanders can cover that spread. But I like Cardinals on the money line, everybody. Next pick we're giving out. I go Tyreek Hill. Richard Chuba Hubbard. Aaron, I go Jacoby. Cook's got an anytime touchdown for Mark Andrews. I love it. Chris, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Chris, Chuba Hubbard. Chasey, I'd go DK. Chasey, I'd go DK. Justin Eubanks, thanks for the kind words. Extended Mags, I'd go Ayuk. Extended Mags, I'd go with Ayuk. Timmy, I'd go Zach Moss. Timmy, I'd go Zach Moss. Brody, I'd go Achan. Brody Bolton, I'd go Achan. Just Blaze, I'd go Shakir. Just Blaze, I'd go Shakir. D-Ski, I'd go Waddle. D-Ski, I'd go Waddle. Mike Crowley, I'd go Garrett Wilson just barely. Chasey, appreciate you, bud. Carolina N, I'm going to go Diggs. Carolina N, I'm going to go Diggs just barely. Ragin' Cajun, 8323. Ragin' Cajun, I'm going to go Diggs, McLaurin, and Brian Thomas Jr. I take it back. Ragin' Cajun, I'll go Hill, Diggs, and McLaurin. Hill, Diggs, and McLaurin. OG, because Olave and Kamara are playing, would you start Shaheed? I'm okay with it. I still think he's going to have a good game. I think it's close. Depends who else you have, but OG, I actually am okay with Shaheed in the lineup. Jason, I'd go Murray. Jason, I'd go Kyler Murray. He's my favorite quarterback this week. Lemon, trade Flowers and Deontay Johnson for Brown and Godwin. Yes, yes, yes. Lemon, do it, do it, do it. J-Dub, Brian Thomas Jr. J-Dub, Brian Thomas Jr. Harrison, I go DJ Moore. Harrison, DJ Moore. Jordy Alejandro, Aline Fields just barely, but it is very close between him and Smith. Extended Mags, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great Sunday. It's going to be an awesome day. Jonathan, I go Wilson. Jonathan, I go Wilson. Rob, I go Moore. Rob, I go DJ Moore. Tyler, I'm going to lean Moss barely over Chuba Hubbard, but both are good plays. Just Blake 1, I'm going to go Walker. Just Blake 1, I'll go Walker. Crew, Peterson, do I start? I would be okay starting Wilson just because I think Aaron Rodgers force feeds him the ball enough, even with a tough cornerback matchup. Should I hold on to Isaiah Pacheco? If you guys have an IR spot in your league, if you're allowed to do that, that's what I would do. I'd probably hold on to him right now. Carolina N, I go Diggs. Carolina N, I go Diggs. Cruz, I'm leaning a Dunze. Cruz, I lean a Dunze. Giuseppe, I go Pickens. Giuseppe, I go Pickens. Extended Mags, I'm rooting for that too, buddy. Bacon, 1365. I go Myers just barely, I think, because I think he's going to get a ton of targets. So Bacon, if you're in a PPR league, I go Myers. CMC, I go Waddle. CMC, I go Waddle. Appreciate all these questions coming in. What emergency tight end this week? Kobe Parkinson is one you could consider. Cole Kmet's one you could consider. Hunter Henry, Tyler Conklin. Chris, I go London over Ayuk. Chris, London over Ayuk. XX Big Ben's, I'd go Moss. XX, I go Moss over Etienne. Alex, Swift over Charbonnet. Alex, Swift over Charbonnet. Naito, I go Olave. Naito, I go Olave just barely. Very close, though, between him and Jones. That's very close. Jones in a revenge game. Interesting. CDM Tricks. Hey, buddy, I got 2 this beautiful morning. Okay. I'll go Allen, and I'll go Ford. Allen and Ford, and I would probably throw in Ertz. Allen, Ford, and Ertz. Ethan, thanks for following. Kmet or Pitts? I go Pitts. Pitts over Kmet. Mike Crowley, I go Baker, just barely over Darnold, but I will go Baker Mayfield. It's very close, though. D South, I go Baker. D South, I go Baker. Mommy of 2, I go Shaheed. Mommy of 2, I go Shaheed. Kaylee Beard, I go Carr. Kaylee Beard, I go Carr. Cam Myers, I'm leaning Cam Myers. I'll lean Deontay Johnson, but it's close. Pure Magic, I go Walker. Pure Magic, I go Walker. Extended Mags, I go McPherson. Extended Mags, I go McPherson. Poe, pick 2, I go Shakir and Mooney. P.O., I go Shakir and Mooney. Josiah, I would go with, Josiah, between Fields and Caleb. I think they're both kind of similar plays. I'll go Fields. I'll go Fields just barely. Aaron, Justice Hill, Tajee Spears, Quentin Johnston, or Josh Down. I'll go Quentin Johnston. Aaron, I'll go Quentin Johnston. XDL, Burrow or Kyler. I'm going to go Kyler. XDL, I'll go Kyler. Augustin Puente, I go Pitts. Augustin Puente, I go Pitts. I go Deontay Johnson over Jamison Williams. Deontay Johnson over Jamison Williams. Colt L, I go Chuba Hubbard. Colt L, I go Chuba Hubbard. 50 minutes left of the show, everyone. 50 minutes left of the show. Get those questions in. Connor, I'd go Baker. Connor, I'd go Baker. Dak ain't playing today, bud. Brian, I go Baker. Brian, I go Baker. FVA, I go Shakir over Olave. FVA, or Vasquez. Sorry, I didn't read it right. F Vasquez, I go Shakir, buddy. User 302, I go Najee Harris. User 302, I go Najee Harris. Juan S, I go Baker. Juan S, I go Baker. Drizzy, I go Addison. Drizzy, I go Addison. Shexta, I go Ertz. Shexta, I go Ertz. Darth Raider, I go Ford. Darth Raider, I go Ford. Just Blaze, I go Mayfield. Just Blaze, I go Mayfield. Brendan, who do I start at the flex? I would go with Ridley, believe it or not. I lean Ridley just barely. Reed Man, I go Pollard. Reed Man, I go Pollard. Bo, I go Gibbs and Henry. Bo, Gibbs and Henry. Cook, thoughts on Wilson today? I think he could get a touchdown. I think he'll probably get 4 or 5 catches. I think Rodgers force feeds him the ball enough. Tarzan, I go Bucky. Tarzan, I go with Bucky Irving. Thanks for the question, bud. Hope you guys are enjoying the content and enjoying the show. If you do, take a quick second, hit the follow button. If you love the show, make sure you hit the follow button. Love the content, make sure you hit the follow button. We love hearing from you guys. And of course, if you want all of my bets for free, DM me on Instagram. If you don't want to wait around for me to give out picks individually, DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports. I give away all of my picks for free. Why? Because that's how it should be done. You shouldn't be paying for picks. You're a sports fan who works hard for their money. You should put your money towards fantasy football, sports betting, and maybe a few, beverages here or there. So you don't need to pay for my picks. Just DM me on Instagram. Mac, I go Rashad White and Jerome Ford. Mac, White and Ford. User 549, I go Baker. User 549, I go Baker. Darren 123, I go Debo. Darren 123, I go Debo. User 549, got you there. Jack Stevens, I go Waddle. Jack Stevens, I go Waddle. Darren, I go McLaurin. Darren, I go McLaurin. Colt L, I go Shakir. Colt L, I go Shakir, just barely over Hubbard. Very close on that one, though. EB, I go Keenan Allen. EB17, I go Keenan Allen. Ahmed, I'd start... You gave me 3 players. You said start 3, and you gave me 3 players. Joseph, I go Reed. Joseph, I go Reed, just barely. Bill, thanks for DMing me on Instagram. You just got every bet I make every day. There you go, Bill. Access to all of my picks for free. Hey, Paw, I'm going to go... Paw, I'm going to go Ayuk and Flowers. Paw, I'm going to go Ayuk and Flowers. User 199, I'm going to go Amari Cooper. User 199, Amari Cooper. Joseph, I'm going to go Reed. Got you there. We are 45 minutes away from the show ending. No, we're like 45, yeah. Yeah, Nathan, I go Odunze. Nathan, I go Odunze. Jared Alexander, I'm going to go Raiders defense. Raiders defense. You got a question over on Twitch, Kick, Biagio, I don't answer fantasy questions on Instagram, buddy, so your DM is not going to be answered. Sorry. IP Shade 45 wants more picks. IP Shade 45 is like, I want more picks. Let's get another one up here. This one is not a great return on investment, but it's been incredibly consistent. Matt Stafford has hit 200 plus passing yards in 10 straight games. Matt Stafford over 199.5 passing yards. Let's see where that is right now. This is just a phenomenal trend. That's why I would back this bet. Let's throw it up here. Matthew Stafford. And on passing yards, you could get this at a good value. Over 199.5 is available on FanDuel at minus 185. He's hit it in 10 straight games. Matthew Stafford over 199.5 passing yards. So Stafford to get 200 plus passing yards. That's on the board. It's had a 10-game run. We're taking it for today. Thanks for the love, IP Shade 45. You're the best. Ryder, I'm still going to lean just slightly towards Bowers. He's just been too good. Thanks for loving the name, Finance Hacker. Alexis, which 2 do I keep? I go Moore and Ayuk. Moore and Ayuk. Dom, I go Etienne. Dom, I go Etienne. That one account, I go Dobbins. That one account, I go Dobbins. D-Ski, I go Freiermuth. D-Ski, I go Freiermuth. Los Reyes, I go Olave. Los Reyes, I go Olave. Irv, I'm leaning Goddard, but it's close. FC, I don't know if Lamar's getting a touchdown. I'm not betting that one necessarily. Gavin Gurley, keep JT. Keep JT. Amachi? I don't know how to pronounce it, forgive me. I go Drake London and Moss. Drake London and Moss. Bay Area, I go Hill. Bay Area, I go Hill. Pat, I go Acres. Pat, I go Acres. Tyler Ola. Yo, Singletary is a killer, dog. Killed us. Tipper Stevens, I'm leaning slightly towards Chase Brown. Dev Parm, of course our IG is our IG is going. Oh, our IG is not live. Sorry, I thought you meant this stream. We're not on IG. We're not on Instagram because I'm overseas. Our Roam internet is not strong enough to handle all of these channels. So unfortunately, Instagram got the boot. Chase, I go forward. Chase with the cross, I go forward. Lion, I would start Carr. Lion, I would start Carr. Pat, thanks for saying you love the show. I love this community. I hope all of you guys are followers. That way you never miss our show because I love talking sports with you guys every day. Mendozilla, I go Rashad White. Mendozilla, I go Rashad White. Thanks for watching the show, bud. Arya, Kyler Murray. Arya, I'd go Kyler Murray. Caleb, I'm going to go Garrett and Deontay Johnson. Tyler Ola, very tough between those two. I'm going Brian Robinson Jr., but it's very close. Elia, what's good? Some defenses we like. Browns, Raiders, Bengals defense. Bengals defense is one we really like. Ethan, I like them both, dog. I like them both. I would go Rashad White, but man, I like them both, Ethan. I think they're both strong plays. Ben, I'd go Rashad White. It's my username, I'd go Shakir. Troy Wilburn, I'd go Ayuk. Even with a tough matchup against Gonzalez. Jay Burke Fisher, I go Bowers. AT, I go Hill and Jacoby. AT134, I go Hill and Jacoby. Dev Parm, I go Bucky, and I'm going to go Addison. Bucky and Addison, those are the two. Appreciate those questions. Mark, I'm going to go Ertz. Mark, I'll go Ertz barely. Jay Hart, I'll go Myers. Fern 69, I go with Dunze. Dayton Griffith, I go Reed. Chris, I'll go White over Bucky just because Bucky's dealing with a real injury. Rashad's dealing with a stomach bug. I'll trust Rashad a little bit more. Sounds like he's in better shape for this game. MJRA, I go Ridley. Barely, just because I don't know if I can trust Judy week to week. It is a bit of a tight spot. I like the matchup, but I don't know if I trust him. I don't know if I trust Deshaun Watson, even with a bad matchup. Jordan, I'd go DJ Moore. Jordan Diab. Customs, I'd go DJ Moore. Money Eyes, I'd go Ford over Myers. Aaron AG. I'm going to go Quentin Johnston. Kobe Jones, I go Stroud. 45 minutes left. 45 minutes left of the show. We have gone for 2 straight hours live. I have been talking non-stop, except for a sip or two, for 2 straight hours. And I couldn't be more excited to be with you guys today. I'm so freaking pumped. Let's go. Yeah, I know. I'm a crazy guy when it's NFL Sunday because this is a great day to be alive. I hope you're pumped. I hope you're so ready to conquer the day. I hope you get fantasy wins. I hope you get sports betting wins. Let's go, everybody. I am so happy to have you with us. We have another pick to give out because we just hit our live goal. More confetti means more picks. Let's get it on the board. Another pick going up for you guys. I mentioned it earlier. I have the Cardinals winning today, but I have the Commanders covering. Commanders plus 5.5. Commanders plus 5.5. I think it's going to be a 3-4 point game. I've got Cardinals money line. Commanders plus 5.5. That's another pick for you guys. I just love being with you. I hope you're loving the show. I've got more picks to give out. We'll give them out in just a few minutes. But those are a few for you that got us excited. I have another one that I want to give out. Should I? Here's one for you. I'm going to put this one up here. This is more of a hope play. I will admit, this is more of a hope play. It's been a very good trend, and so I'm just going to back it to go a little farther. Justice Hill has gone over 24.5 rushing plus receiving yards in 8 straight games. Justice Hill over 24.5 rushing plus receiving yards has hit in 8 straight games. Let's make it 9, Justice. Let's get more picks up on the board for you guys. Or DM me on Instagram. If you want every bet that I make every day on Instagram, just do like Olivia did. DM me on Instagram. I give away all my picks for free because that's how it should be. Eric, I go Debo. Cord Lord, I'd go Akers. Cord Lord, I'd go Akers. Claire, I'd go DJ Moore. Claire, I'd go DJ Moore over Deontay Johnson. J Snag, I'd go Ayuk. J Snag, I'd go Ayuk. Juan S, I'll go, Juan S, I'll go Jennings. Juan S, I'll go Jennings. Effin Rookie, I go Pickens. Effin Rookie, I go Pickens. Just barely over Debo, but I'll go Pickens. Buying with Biondo, I'll go Amari Cooper. Buying with Biondo, I'll go Amari Cooper. Ray Berry, I'm going to go Debo and Hill. Debo and Hill, Ray Berry. Uriel, I'll go, I don't like either one of these. Uriel, I'll go Pittman, but I don't love it. I don't love it. Frankie Caesar, Breece Hall over rushing plus receiving yards. I like the over rushing yards. Yeah, I actually do like that bet, actually. That's a good play. It's actually a good play. Javi, I go Brian Robinson Jr. Javi, Brian Robinson Jr. Core Lord, I go Ayuk. Core Lord, I think I lean Ayuk. Lemon, I go Godwin. Lemon, I go Godwin. Cozy, I go Olave. Cozy Olave. Chase Monson, I go Chase. I'm going to go Bowers, just barely. Bowers, just barely. Boo Boo, I go Kelsey over Laporta. Boo Boo, Kelsey over Laporta. Raj, I'm going to go with, I'll go Jennings. I'll go Jennings barely. JP, I go Fields. JP, I go Fields. Deal closer, I go Ayuk. Deal closer, I go Ayuk. Jordan Diab Customs, I go Ramon. Dre Stevenson, that's the next pick that I've got. That's the play I would go with. Rich Matthews, Gibbs, Moore, Ayuk, Kyron Williams, please pick two. I'm leaning towards Moore and Gibbs, but that's a loaded group right there. Blappy, I go Irving. Blappy, I go Irving. Arian, I go Flowers. Arian, I go Flowers. Mac, I'm going to lean towards Debo, just barely. It's close, though. Mac, I go Debo, barely. Omar, I go Mahomes. Omar, I go Mahomes. Ian, I go Waddle. Ian, I go Waddle. Should I sit Worthy? Depends on who else you have. Pickle Rourke, I go Debo and Shakir. Pickle Rourke, Debo and Shakir. The Sosa family, Olave. Gabe over on YouTube, I'm going to go Ertz. Gabe on YouTube, I go Ertz. Elio, I'd go, should I start Prater or Tucker? I'm going to lean just slightly towards Tucker, but I know he's been struggling. James says I go Stroud. Stroud over Field. Stroud over Field. Hope you guys are enjoying the content and enjoying the show. Tyler Ola, I'd go JT and Amari. JT and Amari. Jorge Campos, I'd go Gino. Jorge Campos, I go Gino. Kobe Jones, I go Waddle. Kobe Jones, I go Waddle. Brian, I go Pickens. Brian Glace, I go Pickens. Curtis the Reaper. Kamara, is he a must start? I don't think he's a must start. I think he's a good start. I don't think he's a must start, depending on who else you have. Blade Bonesy, I go Shakir. It's very close, but I lean Shakir. Blade, I think they're both great plays. I hate saying sit one and start one. I wish you could play both. Travis, I go Chuba Hubbard. Travis Gresham, I go Chuba Hubbard. Ado, I go, Ado, I'll go Myers. Ado, I'll go Myers. Especially if it's a PPR league. Bent, I'll go Debo. Bent, I'll go Debo. A. Stanley, I go Najee Harris. A. Stanley, Najee Harris. Jude, I go, wow. Jude, I'll go Darnold. Jude, I'll go Darnold just barely. It's close though, Jude. Peter Fitzpatrick, I go Kyler Murray. Love them both, but I'll go Kyler Murray. It's very close. I don't think you can go wrong, Peter. I think both are going to be superstars this week. Jude, I'd go, oof. Jude, you got some tough questions. Jude, I'm leaning slightly, I think, towards Worthy, but it's close. Globo, I go Tucker. Globo, I'd go Tucker, but it's a coin flip. Cord Lord, I'd go Akers. Cord Lord, Akers. Brian Glace, Najee Harris. Brian Glace, Najee Harris. Sean Matta, I'm going to lean slightly here towards Fields. It's super close, though. Both are good plays, but I think it's Fields' rushing yards that actually make the difference for you. Kyler, I'm going to go... Kyler, I'll go James Conner. Yeah, I'll go James Conner, just barely, Kyle. It's close, though. Broncos, I'll go Shakir. Broncos Prods, I'll go Shakir. Paulie, I'll go Jamo, but I don't like either one this week. Jesus James, I'd go DJ Moore. Jesus James Alvarez, I'd go DJ Moore. Dom, I think it's a coin flip between those two. I'll lean Shakir, but it's tough. Yoni, yes, we are aware that Jair Alexander is out. We've been saying that for a minute now. DP2K, I'd go Olave. DP2K, I'd go Olave. Angel, which Robinson? If it's Brian Robinson Jr., Angel, I'd go Brian Robinson Jr. Alec G, I'd go Odunze. Alec G, Odunze. Caden, I'd go Waddle. Caden, I'd go Waddle. Mace the Ace, I'd go Gino. Mace the Ace, I'd go Gino. User 311, I'd go Najee. User 311, I'd go Najee. Scott Wicks, I'm leaning Stevenson. Scott Wicks, I'm leaning Stevenson. Tyler Knott, Addison. Tyler Knott, Addison. Route 7, I go Harrison. Route 7, Harrison. Appreciate the questions. Brandon Dixon, I go Olave. Brandon Dixon, Olave. Callan, I'm leaning towards Purdy. Callan, Purdy, because Hurts doesn't have a lot of weapons around him. Very rare, I go Robinson Jr., Jones, and Mason. Very rare, Robinson Jr., Jones, and Mason. James Julian, I go Bowers. James Julian, I go Bowers. Dylan B. Chillin, Shakir. Dylan B. Chillin, Shakir. Jim Johnny, I go Metcalf just barely, but it's close. I think both have really good weeks. Daniel Stewart, Najee Harris, and I'll go Walker. Najee Harris and Walker. Dar, I go Myers. Dar, I go Myers. Jacob, when do you go live with viewers? When do we take callers? I don't think we're going to take callers today. I think we're going to keep it going and just keep answering written questions. I don't think we're going to take callers today because only one person gets a question answered at a time. Matt, we're going Moss. Matt, I go Moss. Jose, I'm going to go Higgins. Jose, I go Higgins. Caden, I'm going to go Brian Thomas Jr. and D-Hop. Brian Thomas Jr. and D-Hop. Clark, I'm going to go Ayuk and Ramondre. Ayuk and Ramondre. Tucker, I'm going to go K9 and ETN. K9 and ETN. Jim Johnny, we answered you. It's Metcalf. Matt, I'd go Rashad White. Matt, Rashad White just barely. CJ, 826, I go Harris. CJ, 826, I go Harris. By the way, DM me on Instagram if you want all of my bets for free. DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports. So happy to give away all of my picks. Just DM me on Instagram, everyone. Danielson, Amari Cooper, user 356, Terry McLaurin, user 356, Terry McLaurin, and I'm going to lean Jacoby Myers, McLaurin and Myers. Kyle to Pete, I go Stevenson, Kyle to Pete Stevenson, Kobe Jones, Adunze, Globo Jose, I go K9, Globo Jose, I'm leaning K9. James Julian, I go Fields, Ben, I'm going Bijan. Andre, Purdy. I go Purdy over Hurts because of the injuries to the Eagles. Jerry L. I understand. I love when people tell me stuff that they think I'm not aware of it. I'm leaning just slightly towards Dobbins. B, I'm going Godwin. B, I'd go Godwin. Globo Jose, I'm going JSN. Folks, we have 35 minutes left. Everyone out there, 35 minutes left. 35 minutes left of the show. We have been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. We have 35 minutes left. Ryan Heap, Braylon Allen. Juan S, I'd go Reed. Jaden Reed. Morgan Young, I'd go Cole Kmet. Thanks for the confetti, everybody. We have almost run out of all of my picks, but we're not quite there yet. We still have a few picks to give out. Here's another one for you. We are taking Pat Freiermuth over 2.5 receptions. Pat Freiermuth over 2.5 receptions. That's another pick we're putting up on the board. That is hit in 4 straight games. Pat Freiermuth to reach 3 catches. Another pick for you guys out there. Joshua, I'm leaning Flowers just barely, Joshua. Jacob, I'd go McLaurin. Jacob Napolitano, I'd go McLaurin. Shoeless Dad, I'd go Shoeless Dad, I go DJ Moore. Just barely. Garrett Johnson, I'm going to go Mark Andrews, Garrett Johnson. Daniel Stewart, I go Shakir. Buying with Biondo, I'm leaning Ertz. Ethan, I'm leaning Shaheed over Jennings. Jorge, I'm leaning Walker, but it's very tough. Dallas, I'm going Purdy. Dallas Ogburn, I'd go Purdy. Globo Jose, I'd go Vikings. Defense out of that group. Jordan, Scary Terry over Akers. I'd go Scary Terry. Luke Grasso, I'd go Fields. I think Fields is the slightly better play. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you guys are loving the content, loving the show. let's take a quick second, everyone. Hit that follow button. Make sure you're a member of this community. We are live almost every single day, so make sure you hit that follow button, everyone. Make sure you're a member of this amazing community of sports fans that comes together every day to talk about what's going on in the sports world, give out fantasy advice, sports betting and advice, and of course, just enjoy each other's company, right? Because we just all love each other. So that said, make sure you hit that follow button right now, everyone. Fernando, I go Odunze. Fernando Odunze. Desmond Ford, I'd go Wilson and Dobbins. Wilson and Dobbins. I think Jennings' value has come down a little bit with Debo playing. Ryan Heat, I go Alec Pierce. Ryan Heat, Alec Pierce, though I don't like it. Jay Phenom, I'm leaning on this one slightly towards, wow, I don't have a good vibe on it. I'm going to lean towards the, Jay Phenom, I'm going to lean slightly towards the Vikings. I'm going to go Vikings on that one. Maverick, I'd rather have Higgins, Ingram, and Godwin. I'd rather have Higgins, Ingram, and Godwin. Unwary Mike, yo, what's good? Maverick, I'd rather have the Higgins, Ingram, and Godwin side. Kike, I'd go Irving, and I lean towards Brian Thomas Jr. and Rome. BTJR and Rome. Answer that, okay. Log, I'd go Komet. D-South, I'd go Thomas Jr. D-South, Thomas Jr. Justin, I'm leaning Olave. I'm leaning towards Olave. Appreciate all the questions. Hope everyone's doing well. By the way, some breaking news out of the Dallas Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence is dealing with a Liz Frank injury to his right foot, but because the bones were not displaced, he will not require surgery. He could need 4 to 8 weeks to recover, so the Dallas Cowboys defense taking a big shot. Shady Skittles, I go Parkinson. Kike is Guap, Irving, BTJ, and Rome. J. Phenom, gotcha, bud. Mendez, I'm leaning towards Rashad White. Sam, I'm going Pickens and Ford. Sam, Pickens and Ford. Miss Indy, I'm leaning towards Shaheed. I'm leaning Shaheed barely. Carson, I go Hill. Juan S, I'm leaning towards Laporta. Laporta. Jeremiah, you gotta go Kyler Murray. Getting more questions answered. Justin Lane, Shakir. Brady Kaufman. I'm leaning on that one towards Ertz, but it's close. Unwary Mike, Mahomes, Najee, Henry, Shaheed, Waddle, Kittle, Niners defense, and Butker. Like the team, bud. Think it's a solid team for the week. I mean, I don't know what your bench is, so hard for me to give out any advice there. You just kind of gave me your team. So, yeah. Do you think Kamara will be limited? Lucas, I don't really know. I'm glad that he's playing, but I really don't know. We haven't gotten too much word on him, so I am a little bit wary on him, but I would play him if I got him. Let's give out another pick for everybody. Another pick. Want to make sure I'm getting this at the right price. I'm looking at you, Breece Hall. The matchup this week against the Denver Broncos is a very favorable one. His rushing yard total for today is 67.5. I'm going to take the over on this, but I'm going to take it at over 59.5. That's Breece Hall, over 59.5 rushing yards. Breece Hall over 59.5 rushing yards. That's the next pick we're putting on the board. For reference, he's gone over 50 yards in 6 straight games. I think he gets another 10 yards beyond that. So I say he reaches 60. Breece Hall to reach 60 yards. That's the bet we just put up on the board. JV, I go Derek Carr. Derek Carr. Josh, I'm going Carr. I'd go Carr. Christian Silva, I'd go Godwin, Mooney, and Hill. Godwin, Mooney, and Hill. Matthew T, I go Olave. Gavin, I go Flowers. It's Gavin, I go Flowers. Austin, I go Cooper and Shakir. Coulter Joe, I go Brian Robinson Jr. Pickle Rourke, I go Bucky Irving and Derrick Henry. Eduardo, I'll go Debo. COD, Cod, I'm leaning Brian Thomas Jr. barely. I'm going Brian Thomas Jr. just barely. It's very close, though. Silent Trades, I go Keenan Allen. Brady Morrison, I go Dotson. I go Jahan Dotson. JP Ski, I go Debo. Fire Fork, I go Akers. C Brick, I'm going to go Fields. I go Fields. Ricardo, I go Hill. Ricardo Sanchez, I go Hill. Julian, I go Debo. Julian, I go Debo. Caden, I'm going Bucky Irving. Caden, I'm going Bucky Irving. Unwary Mite, you're just throwing a lot at me. You're not doing a good job. Ask a question. Make it simple. I'm answering like 1,000 questions at a time, buddy. You're killing me, Smalls. Juan S, I go Chris Olave. Juan S, I go Chris Olave. Z Honus, I go Bucky. Z Honus, I go Bucky Irving. Joseph, I'm going to lean towards Swift. Joseph will lean towards Reed. Joseph will lean towards Reed with Roschon Johnson now the RB1 on the Bears. Steven, I'm going Pickens, Thomas Jr., and Debo. Pickens, Thomas Jr., and Debo. Colin Morgan, I'm going to lean just slightly towards Jacobs, but I got to admit, I don't like either running back. I think both have subpar weeks this week. Tevin, Brock Purdy. Tevin, Brock Purdy. Nick P, I go Bucky. Nick P, I go Bucky, just barely. P.O., I go Dalton, but I don't like either one of them. It's just brutal. Yeah, you got a tough league to be in without a quarterback. Robert, I go Debo. Robert _ I go Debo. Joshua Matson, I go Jones. Joshua Matson, I go Aaron Jones. Kayla, is it Kalen Anderson? Kalen Anderson, I go Roschon Johnson. Kalen Anderson, I go Roschon Johnson. Brahma 10, I would start Terry McLaurin and Mooney. Start Terry McLaurin and Mooney. I go Mooney. I go Mooney. Cody Stewart, I go Olave. Cody Stewart, I go Olave. Caden, I go Bucky Irving. Caden, I go Bucky Irving. Joss, I go McLaurin. Joss, I go McLaurin. JP, I go Shakir. JP Ski, I go Shakir. Dominic, I go Debo. Dominic Debo. JP, I go Shakir. Don't spam. Hudson, I go Pickens. Hudson, I go Pickens. Steve TX, I go... Steve TX, I'm going to go Amari Cooper, just barely, super close between him and him and Ford. I'll go Amari Cooper barely. Justin, I go Olave. Justin Olave. Colin, I'm going to go Komet. Colin, I'll go Komet. Big Ron, I go Najee barely. I like Najee and Moss both, but I'll go Najee barely because Chase Brown will maybe take some carries away from Moss. Gus 24, I go Walker. Gus 24, Walker. Real Peasy, I go Fryermuth. Real Peasy, I go Fryermuth. AJ Kramer, Najee. AJ Kramer, going Najee. Nathan, I go Travis Etienne. Nathan, Travis Etienne. Justin, I go Olave. Shady Esco, I go Ford. Shady Esco, thanks for subscribing. Shady Esco, thank you so much for subscribing. We've got another pick to give out. You want another pick? Here you go. Tajee Spears over 24.5 rushing plus receiving yards. You heard that right. Tajee Spears over 24.5 rushing plus receiving yards. So I think he gets to 25. That's the next pick we put up there. He's hit that, by the way, in 9 straight games. Tajee Spears has gone over 25 rushing plus receiving yards in 9 straight games. That's why we like it. Danielson, I go McLaurin. Danielson, I go McLaurin. Sean Jeffries, I go Evans. Sean Jeffries, I go Evans. I go Pollard over Jaden Reed. MPA, I go Pollard over Reed. Shakir over Ayuk. ... Shakir over Ayuk. Appreciate the questions. Caden, I go Andrews just barely. Apple user, I go Mooney. Apple user, I go Mooney. C. Flatley, I go Robinson. C. Flatley, I go Robinson. 25 minutes left of the show, everyone. 25 minutes left of the show. Hope you guys are loving the content, loving the conversation. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time that we're live. 25 minutes left of the show before I'm going to sign off so I can go put in some fantasy things of my own. So make sure you guys are with us for the next 25 minutes. Temulima, I'm going Pickens. Temulima, I'm going Pickens. Reggie, I go Amari Cooper. Reggie, I go Amari Cooper. Ian, I'm going Amari Cooper. Ian, Amari Cooper. Snowden fam, I go Stroud. Snowden fam, I go Stroud. TJ, with Huntley starting, should I start Hill? Depends on who else you have, obviously. AV86, I go Walker. AV86, I go Walker. Nate, it's close. I might lean towards Andrews, but it's a coin flip. 614 Sports, I go Rome. 614 Sports, I go Rome. Cameron Henderson, I go Olave. Cameron Henderson, I go Olave. TJ Stoles, I go Bucky Irving. TJ Stoles, Bucky Irving. Wait, only half per rush? Is that per rushing attempt? I still take Bucky Irving, I think. B-Rock, I'll go Akers. B-Rock, I'll go Akers. Nick Knight, I'll go Akers. Nick Knight, I'll go Akers. Easton, I'll go Shaheed. Easton, I'll go Shaheed. Matt Jackson, I'll go Vikings defense. Matt Jackson, I'll go... whoa. Matt Jackson, you slipped one in on me there. I'll go Houston defense. Matt Jackson, I'll go Houston defense. Matt, I'll go Houston defense. Houston defense. Matt Jackson hit me on two different platforms at once. Good strategy, Matt. Heat for your feet, I'll go Mayfield. Heat for your feet, I'll go Mayfield. User 35, I go Roshan Johnson. User 35, I go Roshan Johnson. Appreciate the cap, Tucker. Prunbo, I go Baker. Prunbo, I go Baker. Dunsky, I go Evans. Dunsky, I go Evans just barely. Very close, though. Sal, I'm going to go Waddle. Sal, I go Waddle barely. Zach, I go Lockett. Zach, I go Lockett. Reggie, coin flip for me. Coin flip. I think I go Andrews. Komet's got the better matchup. It's a coin flip. I don't have a good vibe on it. I'm gonna say Andrews, but I'm kind of bouncing back and forth in my head between the two. Lincoln, I go Amari Cooper. Lincoln, Amari Cooper. Val G, I go Flowers. Val G, I'll go Flowers barely. Tyson, I'll go Braylon Allen. Tyson, I go Braylon Allen. Cole McGuire, I go Olave. Cole McGuire, I go Olave. Are you a Butt Fumble Sports follower? Make sure you hit that follow button right now. If you're new to the channel and you want to make sure you never miss our show, hit the follow button. We are live almost every single day. I do a night show for subscribers. I do a show during the day for everybody. 4:30 Monday through Friday. 4:30 Monday through Friday across these amazing platforms. And Sunday, as you know, we do a 3-hour pregame show. So hit the follow button. Make sure you're a part of this community no matter the platform. If you're watching on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X. Follow all of our channels. Make sure you're in this community because this is the best community of sports fans in the world. Guaranteed. Yam J, thanks for following, bud. Gary, I go... wow, Gary, I'll go Sutton, but I hate it. I hate it, but I'll go Sutton. Matt, I go Jacoby Myers. Matt R. Jack, I go Jacoby Myers. Log, I go Roshan Johnson. Log, Roshan Johnson. Troller 44,000, I go Pickens. Troller 44,000, I go Pickens. Yam J, Jacoby Myers. Yam J, Jacoby Myers. Caden, I go Baker. Caden, I go Baker. Anthony, I go Pickens. Anthony, I go Pickens. Duckarito, I go Terry. Duckarito, I go Terry. Carson, I go... Carson, I think I'd rather have the Cook-Johnston side of the trade, to be honest. I think that's where I come out, but it's very close for me. BZ Casual, I go Shakir. BZ Casual Takes, I go Shakir. James Jackson, I go BTJR. BTJR. Brian Thomas Jr. N-Blood, I go Darnold. N-Blood, I go Darnold. Let's give out another player prop bet, everybody. I got another player prop bet that I want to put up on the board for everyone. It's about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been an interception machine. Jalen Hurts, over half an interception. Jalen Hurts, over half an interception. Next player prop bet on the board for everybody. It's been too good a play to not go with. George Hanna, I go Moss. George Hanna, I go Moss. Elka, I go Debo. Elka, I go Debo. Yosoy Albino, I go Johnson. Yosoy Albino, I go Johnson. Appreciate you guys being with us. Dodger, I go Gino. Dodger, I go Gino. Lisa, I go Rome Odunze, but it's not a great play. I think Hill's probably the better play. Hill, I go Hill. Rome's got the better matchup, but it's hard for me. I go Hill. Sebastian, I'm going to go with the Texans defense. Sebastian, I'll go... Sebastian, I'm going to switch it, and I'm going to go with the Jets. I'll switch to go to Jets. It's close, though. It's very close between the two. Joey, I go Najee Harris. Joey, Najee Harris. Hockey Puck, I go Pickens over Olave, just barely. Esteban, I go Baker. Esteban Mendoza, I go Baker. Yam J, I go Reed. Yam J, Reed. Red 44 Raider, I'm going to go Brian Thomas Jr., just barely. I take it back. Reed, I'm going to go Roma Dunze. Red 44 Raider, I'm going to go Roma Dunze. Carr Casey Mahomes. Oliver, I'm going to go Myers. Oliver, I'll go Myers. Easy Cheese, I go Montgomery. Adam, I'm going to go Bucky. Irving over Dotson and Mooney, just barely. Gus 24, start Dolphins receivers. I actually think you can, yep. Robert Daniel, Bucky Irving, just barely. David, Roshan Johnson. We have less than 20 minutes left of the show. 19 minutes left of the show. Get your questions in. Globo Jose, pick 2. I'd go Ford and Shakir. Globo Jose, Ford and Shakir. Frankie Trey, I'd go Shakir and Bucky, Frankie Trey. N-Blood, I'd go Darnold. Aiden Ghostline, I'd go with Reed, just barely. Let's get to these questions. Josh Martinez, I'll go Higgins. Cooper, I'll go Braylon Allen. Cole Adams, I go Brian Robinson Jr. David Scott V, David Scott V, I'm leaning towards Caleb. It's not a good idea because Lamar is the better player. It should be Lamar, but Caleb's got the better matchup. That's a tough one for me. I don't know. I got to admit, I lean towards Caleb, but I don't feel good about it at all. Grasso Brem, I go Braylon Allen, actually, believe it or not. User 4984, I'll go with Calvin Ridley, barely. Ryan, I go Walker over Kirk. Brandon Tyndall, I go Olave. Cole Adams, Brian Robinson Jr. on that. Yam J, I go Hill. RME, I go Jordan Addison. I'm going Addison. Desmond Ford, Brock Purdy. Temulima, Najee Harris. Drew, Amari Cooper over Shaheed. Bryce, I go Baker over Purdy, barely. But it's very close. Globo Jose, I go Shakir and Ford. If I can only play one, it's Shakir out of that group. If I can only play one, Shakir. Patrick, I go Darnold. Sheeby, I go Brian Robinson Jr. Jack Stevens, I'm leaning just slightly towards Waddle and Allen. Frank Bargo, I'm going to lean slightly towards Akers. Raymond Guzman, I go Lamar. Market Supreme, I go Rashad White. Drew, I go Caleb Williams. Mel Early, I don't know. I probably go Group A. Corn Dog, I go Corn Dog, it's a coin flip. It's a total coin flip. Adunze's got the better matchup. Curtis, I go Andrews, but again, this has been one people have asked. It's a coin flip for me. I lean Andrews maybe barely. Ryan Gregson, Ford. Alex, I go Ford over Dobbins. Enzo Boy, Fields. Drake Moffitt, Evans. Steeler Prods, Amari Cooper. Sarah, Brian Robinson Jr. over Etienne. Sarah. Jay Scott, Eileen Flowers, just barely. If it's a PPR, you could think about Myers, but Eileen Flowers. Alex, Ford over Dobbins. Dylan, I go Jacobs. I'll go Jacobs. Yam J, I'll go Reed. Squalls, I'm leaning Williams. Just barely. War Eagle, Chuba Hubbard. Appreciate the questions, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button. If you are not a subscriber, we do shows exclusively for subscribers throughout the season. So make sure you subscribe. That way you can ask a ton of questions and you're not battling everybody. So if you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you become a member of this community. Justin Rose, I go Zach Moss. Arturo, I go Williams. Abdul, which one do I not start? Tough. I'm probably leaning towards not starting Mason, but that doesn't feel great. Robert, Jamo or Tucker? I'm going to go Jamo. Nick at Night, I'm going Rashad White. Josh H. Baker. Hunter Edwards, I'll go Chuba Hubbard. 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left of the show, everyone. Get those questions in. We're running out of time. T-Dog, Jaden Daniels. T-Dog, Jaden Daniels, but very close. It's the rushing yards that make him more attractive. Steve B, I'll go Watson, but I don't feel good about it. Jacob, I go Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. just barely, because I think he's wide receiver 1 on that team. Chad Warhurst, I go Carr. Bill, Bo, Swaggins, Ramondre Stevenson, and I go Laporta. Stevenson and Laporta. Money Branch, Shakir. I'd go with Shakir. Dev, I'm going to lean towards Addison. I go Addison just barely. Lucas Perez, I'm going Pollard. Pollard. Raymond Guzman, I go Bucky. Donkey Boy, yuck. I don't like either one. I probably lean Dobbins, but I don't like either one. Crit, I go Shaheed. Crit 66, I go Shaheed. 15 minutes left of the show, 30 minutes until kickoff. This has been an awesome 3-hour show. I don't know if you guys have felt it, but I've loved every second. Nate, I go Ramondre. Biet, I go Ford. If you've loved the show, show us love, tap that screen. If you've loved the last few hours of content and conversation, if you're amazed that I could go talking almost 2.5 straight hours, tap the screen, hit the like button. Wherever you're watching, hit that like button, show us some love. We're grateful for the support like Midwest Juice is doing, like so many of you are doing right now. Hit that like button, everyone. Midwest Juice, I go ETN. Carlos, I go Kamara. J.L. Crawford, I'd go Najee just barely. I like them both, though. Hollywood, I'll go Goff and Lockett. Justin West, I'd go London. Nolan, I'll go with Keenan Allen. He's got a better matchup, but it doesn't feel great. Zay, I'm going with K9. Aiden, I'd go Kelsey. I'm going Kelsey. Janae, I'm going Ramondre and K9. David Sanchez, Najee Harris. Thanks, Teddy. Appreciate you, bub. Pickle Rourke, I go Mooney. Hunter Edwards, I'm going Vikings defense. Just barely. Angel, I'm going... Which Johnson, Angel? I don't know which Johnson. If it's Roshan Johnson, I like him more. If it's not, I'd go Scary Terry. But Angel, you didn't give me enough information. You gave me literally the vaguest of names in Johnson. Q, I'd go Brian Thomas Jr. Bryson, Keenan Allen. Tony, go Akers. Kyle Cass, go with Dunze. Deputy, Jerome Ford. Keep tapping that screen, everyone. Show some love. We're only about 11 minutes left from ending the show. Eddie, go Akers. Joey, I'm leaning towards Reed, but I don't feel great about it. OMT London. Victor Leal, I'd go Darnold. Mel Early, Steelers. Deep, I go Rashad White. Alex, I go Olave. Chris Ayuk. Zach Rhodes, Shakir, very close. Christian, I go DJ Moore. Midwest Juice, Raiders defense. No Jair Alexander. Dermot Drew, Roshan Johnson. Jordy, I go Fields. Daniel, I'm going to lean just slightly, I think, towards Akers, barely, because he's RB1. Colin Ellis, Chuba Hubbard. Hurricane, I'm going Braylon Allen. Sarah, do I bother starting Hill? Yes, you can. Chris, I'd go Ayuk. Thanks, Teddy. Teddy Buckshot, I'd go Brian Robinson. Oh, who would I bench? Ooh, tough call. I would bench Montgomery. I don't love it, but I think Montgomery is the one bench. It's between him and Pollard for me. Appreciate you guys being with us. Midwest Juice, I'm leaning, I think, towards Raiders. Drew Dermott, Roshan Johnson. Akamu, I'd go Rice. Deep, I'd go White. Nick, I'd go Ford. STP Spin, I go London. Mel Early, I'd go Steelers defense. Tap that screen, show some love. Mike, Rashad White. Seacast Reed. Lauren Dean, I'd go Godwin. Debo, and Mooney. Godwin, Debo, and Mooney, Lauren. Connor, I go Deontay Johnson. Connor Hahn, Deontay Johnson. Monique, I go Debo. Monique, I go Debo. Poncho, I go London. Poncho, I go London. Angel, I go Debo. Angel, I go Debo. C Flatley, I go DJ Moore. C Flatley, I go DJ Moore. User 514, I go Hill. User 514, I go Hill. Julian, I go JSN Hill London. Julian, JSN Hill and London. Thanks for the question. Nick, I go Quentin Johnston. Nick, Quentin Johnston. Christian Rashad White. Christian Rashad White. 818 Dodgers fan, I'm going Najee. 818 Dodgers fan, Najee. Emmanuel Perez. Kyron Williams. Emmanuel Perez. Kyron Williams. Daniel, I go Moore and London. Very tough to sit Diggs, but I'll go Moore and London. Tough to sit Diggs, though. Carter Newman, I'll go Ertz. Carter Newman, I'll go Ertz. Brady Keeley, I'll go oof. Brady Keeley, I'll go Chuba Hubbard, but it is super close between those two. Appreciate those questions. Keep tapping that screen. Only about 8 minutes left of the show. Sam Moss over Akers. Frank Odunze over Jamo. Monique Purdy. Perk, I'd go Ridley. D Lead Metcalf. D Lead 1972 Metcalf. Quishine, Debo is a start today. Cross, I go Ayuk. Tucker, I'll go Evans over Diggs, but I like them both. Very close. Evans over Diggs, just barely. Pickle Rourke, Mooney. Clocks, Andrews over Conklin. KCE, I think I go Pittman. KCE, I lean towards Pittman just barely, though it's very close. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Final few minutes. Get those questions in, everyone. Only a few minutes left. If you guys want all of my picks for free, DM me on Instagram. There's still time. DM me if you want every bet that I made today for free. I give them away for free. Never behind a paywall. Never charge for them. DM me on Instagram if you want to see every bet I make every day for free. DM me on Instagram, @ButtFumbleSports. DM me now. You can see all of them. We still have about 22 minutes until kickoff. Plenty of time to see them and then place some bets. DM me on Instagram, @ButtFumbleSports. DM me right now to get every bet I make every day for free. Never behind a paywall. Tucker, I go Ford. Balto, I go Johnson. Eric Johnson, I go Addison. By the way, David, for hitting me up on Instagram, you just got every bet that I make every week. Y Tall, I'm going to go Jones. I'll go Jones. Emmanuel Perez, Evans. Steve B, I'll go White. I'll go White. Let's U-Haul, Braylon Allen. Me Tolo Mio, I go JSN. Jay Swervo, I'm going to go with the, I don't like either one, but I'll go Saints defense. Don't like either one but Saints. Purdy over Goff. Steve Jones, I go Shakir. Steven Jones, I go Shakir. Geno Smith. Don't DM me on Instagram for fantasy advice. You will never get it answered. Christian Vasquez Pickens. Only DM me on Instagram if you want picks. If you want fantasy advice, ask during the show. If you want picks, DM me on Instagram. Seamus, I go Ridley. Ridley over Kirk. Just Nando, I go Jamo. Danielson, I go Laporta. Arturo Pollard. Christian Fisher, I go Pickens. Clark, Eileen Evans, just barely. Steven Jones, Shakir. Steeps, don't like either one. I'll lean likely, but I don't like either one. Desmond Ford, I go Jacoby Myers and Wilson. Romnick, I go BTJ. Zeta Vino, I'm leaning Harris. Zeta Vino, great options, but I go Najee Harris. Thanks for the question. Connor, I'm going to lean towards Keenan Allen. Billy Cooper, Chuba Hubbard. Sean Sauce Don, I'm going to go Pickens. I'll go Pickens. Thanks, Zeta. Appreciate you. Desmond Ford, we got you. Rashad White. Connor, Keenan Allen, Ryan Gregson. I'm going to go Ryan Gregson, I'll go Bucky. I solo games, I'm going to go I solo games, I'm going to go DK Metcalf. Very close. I think it's a coin flip. Very tough. I'll go DK barely. David, I'll go David, Roshan Johnson. David, Roshan Johnson over Akers. Dre, Rashad White. Dre, Rashad White. Justin Gonzalez, Brian Robinson. Justin Gonzalez, Brian Robinson. Sean Matta. I think I go Garrett Wilson even in a tough matchup. Maximus, I go Moss. Maximus, I go Moss. N.A., I go JMO. N.A., I go JMO. N.A., I go Higgins. M.A., N.A., I'm going to go Higgins. N.A., I'm going to go Higgins. Appreciate the follows, guys. Appreciate the love, Swifty Daily. Appreciate it. Najee over JSN. Najee Harris over JSN. Cody, I go Andrews. Cody, I go Andrews. Thanks for showing love, guys. We are so grateful for your support. Raul, I go Moss. Raul, I go Moss. Jackson, I go Kincaid. Jackson, I go Kincaid. Thanks, Adam. Doug, I go Scary Terry. Doug, I go Scary Terry. Appreciate you, Adam. Garrett, I go Bowers. Garrett, I go Bowers just barely. Artemo, I go Pickens and Mooney. Artemo, Pickens and Mooney. 3 minutes left of the show. 3 minutes left. 3-minute countdown. Nick Hadley, I go Kyler. Nick Hadley, I go Kyler. Ryan Royds, I go Chuba. Ryan Royds, Chuba. Tyler Whitmore, I'm going to go Brian Thomas Jr. just barely over Mooney. Raul, I'm going to go Moss. Raul, I go Moss. Monique, I go Mooney. Monique, I go Mooney. Jackson, Kincaid. Jackson, Kincaid. Griff, Shakir. Griff, Shakir. Sleepy Joe, I go Bucky. Sleepy Joe, I go Bucky. Brent, I go Mooney. Brent, I go Mooney. C. Kirk, Ridley. C. Kirko, Ridley. Christian MD, I go Evans. Christian MD, I go Evans just barely. Salah, I go Evans. Salah, I go Evans. Infinity, I go Pollard. Infinity, I go Pollard. George, I go Moore. George, I go DJ Moore. Aaron Cummings, I go Amari Cooper. Aaron Cummings, Amari Cooper. Nick Ford. Nick Ford. Sean Matta, I lean slightly towards a Dunze. Liam, I'm going... Liam, I'll go Myers, but I don't love it. Perk, I go Ridley. Perk, I go Ridley. Jacob, I go K9. Jacob, K9. Kevin, I'd probably sit a Dunze, but I don't feel great about it. I feel like it's between him and Wilson. Wilson's got the tough matchup, but Kelly, I go Rashad White. Kelly, Rashad White. Matt, I'm leaning towards Myers. Matt, I go Myers. David, I go Kenneth Walker. Trill Bryce, I go Debo. Trill Bryce, Debo. Mason Christ, I'm going Bucky. Mason Christ, I go Bucky. Billy Cooper, I'm going Amari Cooper. Billy Cooper, Amari Cooper, just barely. Dixie Normus, I go DJ Moore. My Dixie Normus, it is, I go DJ Moore. Just had to slip that joke in there. Landon Harris, I go George Pickens. Garrett Chase, I go Kyle Pitts. Ryan Gregson, I go DJ Moore, just barely. It's close. I think I go Moore, but it's close. Michael, I go Debo. Michael, Debo. No one asked, I go Pickens. No one asked, I go Pickens. Brown asked T, I go Waddle. Brown asked T, I go Waddle. Lemon, I go Shakir. 1 minute left, I go Shakir. 1 minute left. Miles, I go Mooney. Miles, I go Mooney. The RHH, I go forward. The RHH, I go forward. Ty Dillon, I go Pickens. Ty Dillon, I go Pickens. Aaron Cummings, I lean towards Jackson because Hurts doesn't have enough talent around him this week. Jay Hale, I go Coleman. Jay Hale, I go Coleman. Reem, I go Chuba. Reem, I go Chuba. Hagen Edge, I go Rashad White. Hagen Edge, I go Rashad White. Mikey, Najee Harris. Mikey, Najee Harris. Austin, I go Gino. Austin, Gino. Brian, I'm going Allen. Brian, Allen barely. D Capo, Najee. D Capo, Najee Harris. Artemio, Darnold. Artemio, Darnold. No one asked, think Kyler is worth starting over Allen? Yes. Chuba Hubbard over Wilson and Akers. Sleeping with disease. Chuba Hubbard over Wilson and Akers. Brock Scott, I go McConkey. Brock Scott, I go McConkey. Justin, I'm going Bucky Irving. Justin, Bucky Irving. Amy Serio, Shakir and Mooney. Amy, Shakir and Mooney. Sam, I'm leaning towards Keenan Allen. Final second, Ethan Debo. Ethan Debo. Ralph, I go Mooney. Ralph Mooney. DC11, Bucky Irving. DC11, Bucky Irving. Remy Odunze. Remy Odunze. B. Cal, I go DK Metcalf. B. Cal, DK Metcalf. And that's it, everybody. That is it. That is our show for NFL Sunday. We are so grateful that you joined us for the last 2 hours and 45 minutes as I'm spitting all over myself. I've been talking straight for 2 hours and 45 minutes. And finally, I am going to go do some more work on my own fantasy teams because I got 14 minutes to go put those in. I am so grateful to every single one of you. If you just watched this show, you should know you're freaking awesome. If you just watched this show, thank you. You're the best. We are so grateful for you, and I am rooting for you. I am rooting for you to get wins today. I'm rooting for you to make winning bets. I'm rooting for you because we're all on the same team. We are on team cashing tickets. We are on team winning fantasy. We are all on the same squad, which is team win, team butt fumble sports. So grateful for all of you. I hope you have the best NFL Sunday of your life. I hope you have the best NFL Sunday that anyone has ever had. I am so grateful. Make sure you guys are followers. Make sure you join us because we do this almost every single day, and I would hate for you guys to miss out when we do it again tomorrow, because we will be live tomorrow to talk more fantasy football, get you ready for 2 Monday night games, and of course, get you ready for NFL Week 5, because already trades and waiver wire will start to take place. With that said, thank you everyone who is with us. I am so grateful for all of you. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have the best day. Fist bump, fist bump. Have the best day, everyone, and we will see you again soon. Until then,